Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. Right side, Koulibaly. There's the three. Gets the three to fall.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win. There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Don't sleep on Banchero's ability as a creator. He wants the best shot possible, even if it's not his own.
Here's Ayton. Honolulu getting their last shot to go. Jackson for three. Rebound by Honolulu. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Koulibaly on the wing. Shot from 16. And he gets the bucket.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Now here's Ayton. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Ayton with a screen. Here's Chalmers. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Right with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Buries it from 3. Wembanyama's got 5.
And we are used to seeing bigs these days hit threes, but the skill of Wembanyama from deep is impressive. Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Right with the ball. Back to Wembanyama. Knocks it loose. Here's Brewer. 3-pointer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Jackson outside. Pass to Koulibaly. Ayton in the high post. Banchero in the post. Wembanyama screen. To the inside. Brewer. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Chalmers. That 3's off the mark. On offense, here's Honolulu. They're on a 16-7 run. Right outside. They set a pick. Here he goes. Out to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Wembanyama's got 9 points.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Over to the left wing.
Ball is turned over.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Honolulu leading by 8. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wembanyama. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Here's Wembanyama. No good that time. The 3 from Ayton. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Honolulu. 11 points in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Honolulu.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Inside. Back to Wembanyama. In traffic, Wemby goes to work.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Ayton. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by Honolulu. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Coulibaly. Wide open look. The rebound by Jackson. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Outside Irving. Pass to Chalmers. Outside Irving. Ayton in the high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Outside Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Right outside. Knocked away. And stolen by Irving. And here comes the break. For 3. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Second team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And that one's good. Chalmers.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. Right outside. Wembanyama screen. Right wing. The shot. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama. 7 foot 4 inches. Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Jackson gets the bucket.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Irving. Pass to Jackson. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Right outside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Irving, no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball. I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Irving for three. That one's off. He's 1 for 6.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Coulibaly with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Jackson. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 8.
Just like his pops, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Coulibaly. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Pass to Wembanyama. There's the triple. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Checking in for your home team. Ellison. Kenneth Fareed. Cam Reddish.
The three from Wembanyama. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Honolulu. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Honolulu leading by 4. Here's Chalmers. Driving to the basket. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And there's the screen. Here's Mobo. It's hauled in by Black. Irving looking around. Pass to Fareed. The three. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Fareed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mobo. Uses the glass on the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
For the tie. A shot by Fareed, no good. Honolulu leading by 3. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Mobo. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Now Covington. Outside Coulibaly. Clock at 6. And a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Black. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Takes it inside.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Pass to Mobo. Left side, Coulibaly. Here's Chalmers. Picked by Covington. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta.
Oh, putting the 3 in 3 and D. This team is so much better when Covington is making those shots.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Stripped it away. Pass to Chalmers. Out to Covington. Here's Mobo. Back to Covington. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. Money from the wing. And now an 8-point Honolulu lead.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Black. From the top of the key. And he hits the jumper for 2. There's a minute 47 left in the third. And here's Reddish. No points yet. To the right side. And he commits the intentional foul.
Corey Brewer. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Ellison's shot is good.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Ellison. Here's Reddish. They set the pick. Rebound by Honolulu. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Reddish. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Mobo. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the 3. Mobo's got 7 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Shot's good by Black.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Brewer. Here's Mobo. 7 points in the game. Here's Chalmers. Wing shot on the way. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Honolulu on top, up 6. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Jackson. From deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Out to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
Irving. Jackson outside. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
It's Coulibaly. Off target from 3-point range. And so Banchero will bring it up for Honolulu. They're leading by 8. Pass to Wembanyama. From outside the arc. Oh, Wemby with the deep ball.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Jackson outside. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter. Outside Wembanyama. Right outside. On the take. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. Ayton with the defensive effort. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First team foul.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last.
In for Honolulu, number 0, Bilal Coulibaly.
Honolulu leading by 8. Pass to Wembanyama. And Carroll outside. Finds room and goes for the jam. Van Carroll.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Van Carroll wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Here's Irving. Now here's Coulibaly. Jackson the screen. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Jackson. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Outside Wembanyama. Double on Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They swipe it. Coulibaly on the wing. Pass to Wembanyama. .114 left in the fourth. 5 to shoot. Back to right. Wembanyama screen. Fires for 3. And it's Irving with a rebound.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Jackson for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Banchero outside. 6 to shoot. Right outside. Fires it. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
Irving for 3. On target from range. Outside Wembanyama. Coulibaly on the wing. Wembanyama screen. Coulibaly drives in. And he takes that one up and powers it through. And so it's Honolulu with the W.
That's the end of the game.
Exceptional effort on the road. They were
Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Now, Koulibaly to the inside. Jackson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. From outside the arc, here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Wright. And the dunk by Wright.
Well, you can see in transition, it's DeLon Wright's speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
Outside Jackson. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Wembanyama. Following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Wembanyama with the bucket.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now, here's Chalmers. Pass to Kamare. Shot clock at 5. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target.
Pass to Jackson. Kept alive. Now, here's Chalmers. Guarded by Wright. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Great defense that time from Banchero. And here's Honolulu. They trail by 1. Wright outside. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. 5 points in the game.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Jackson. Shakes him. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And it's Wright with the ball for Honolulu. And Wembanyama up top. Leaps for it. And stolen by Ayton. Jackson from long range. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Amara. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Right outside. He takes it in. Here's Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Koulibaly. Wembanyama with the rebound. Three-pointer. Here's Jackson, and he commits the intentional foul.
Corey Brewer. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Jackson. Fires the three. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And the shot is good. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
Right outside. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Honolulu leads by just 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Honolulu.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here's Koulibaly. Hits the three from the wing. Koulibaly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Right sets a screen. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Pass to Kamare. Jackson with the screen. And the 3 off target. Here's Brewer. He's defended by Koulibaly. Here's Wembanyama. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Pass to Koulibaly. And Carroll with the screen. And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got the lead up to 5 now for Honolulu. Here's Koulibaly. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Honolulu leading by 4. Pass to Brewer. Stolen by Jackson. Koulibaly with it. Now right defender. Beyond the arc. And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got 6.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Wembanyama. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Mario Chalmers picks one up.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
He hits both from the stripe.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
To the left wing. Pass to Ellison. Nailed from 3-point land. It's a tie ball game. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Honolulu. With the drive and the dunk by Wright.
The quickness of DeLon Wright is a lot for defenders to deal with. How pretty is that drive?
And he makes that one. Black's got his first basket.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Pass to Koulibaly.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Second team foul. Substitution. Number 15, Mario Chalmers.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Wembanyama, a screen. Brewer's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And they're able to recover. Reddish. Offensive rebound. Pass to Koulibaly. Cans the shot from the wing. Koulibaly's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Now we could feel that one all the way over here. Koulibaly with it. Nobody's getting that high, but Wembanyama.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Honolulu, they've been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 9 seconds left in the first half of the game. A three from Wembanyama. And no good that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Honolulu out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. There's the pick. Pass to Covington. Out of bounds as Honolulu keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Koulibaly. And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Pass to Mobo. Reddish with the ball. Here's Mobo. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Outside Irving. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Black. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed.
Substitution for Honolulu. Number 22, Corey Brewer.
Honolulu leading by 3. Here's Mobo. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Mobo. Honolulu passing it around. Back to Reddish. And a miss there on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Fareed for the tie. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Chalmers outside. Down low. Pass to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brewer. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Fareed outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fareed's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Brewer, good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Here's Mobo. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A nice shot by Black.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Pass to Mobo. Back to Chalmers. Puts up a three. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Honolulu leading by 3.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Chalmers scanning the floor. A 3-ball. Unable to get that one.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Fareed. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Fareed's got 6 points in the quarter.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
They set the pick. Chalmers outside. Here's Mobo. Honolulu, no good that time either.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now here's Wright. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. That 3 off the mark. Here's Chalmers. And no good on the last second attempt this time. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So it's the visitors now. And stolen by Wright. That's tipped. Right side Jackson. To the paint. Now Koulibaly. 6 to shoot. To take the lead. Offensive rebound. Pass to Chalmers. Back to Ayton. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist.
3 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Timeout called, Honolulu. And Honolulu making a change here.
Timeout.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I heard what Honolulu's coach told his team during that timeout. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Chalmers. Plays it up and banks it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Back to Wembanyama. Honolulu passing it around. And the three ball is good.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Koulibaly with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Wembanyama outside. The kick out to right. Wembanyama, a screen. The tray. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Kamara. Back to Chalmers. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 14 points for Jaren Jackson.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Wright. Wembanyama, a screen. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Koulibaly. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
A three from Wembanyama. Rebounded by Jackson.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
On the wing, Koulibaly. To Kamara. Jackson with the screen. 5 to shoot. A three. Here's Koulibaly. To the wing right side. Ayton the screen. And here's Chalmers for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Wright sets a screen. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Wembanyama looking it over. Driving to... Koulibaly with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And here's Honolulu. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fires from deep. Off target with that shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in